about it. This is an avenue to know what is going on. Sometimes we don't even know we have these things. So this is
Yeah.
an avenue for us to learn about it, to discuss about it, and to know what to do to help others that are going through it.
Yes, ma'am.
Beyond, yeah, it is inevitable that the global pandemic compounded by financial crisis. The
Mm-hmm.
COVID-19 pandemic is a threat to our population,
Yes.
not only for its risk to human life and ensuing economic distress, but also for its invisible emotional strain on us.
Mm-hmm.
Recent days have seen the sharpest economic pullback in modern history and a record-breaking spike in unemployment and a record in unemployment rates. Unemployment is so high these days, all over the states along the United States, across the United States of America. It is inevitable that the global pandemic, following this crisis, the global financial crisis in 2007, 2008, for example, many countries saw higher rates of depression, anxiety, and alcohol and drug use. In 2008, the Great Recession ushered in about 13% increase in suicide rates attributable to unemployment, with over 46,000 people lives lost due to unemployment and the income inequality in that year alone. Like we all know that even before the pandemic itself, there is income inequality amongst us. Like different groups have the records of inequality in income, like the Black groups, the white groups, community, that has been on ground. Now, with this COVID-19 pandemic, it kind of makes it worse. Beyond the negative impacts of a traditional economic downturn, COVID-19 presents additional challenges, which include one, the fear of from the virus itself. We don't know much about this virus. The knowledge about it is still evolving. Even the scientists, the CDC will tell you, we are still learning a lot of things about it. We are still learning how it is being transmitted. Different days, as the days goes on, we come about 6 feet distance. Initially it was 3 feet. Later it became 6 feet. Initially they said, don't use a face mask because we want the health workers to have enough face masks. Now it'll be like, no, we now have enough. Everybody should use face mask with 6 feet distance. And the latest one is that it could be transmitted through, droplets, air droplets, which makes it more dangerous for us. So the fear from the virus itself is there. The collective grief, we don't, because you heard so many people have contracted the virus. A lot of people are dead. Some people are sick in the hospital. We are already anxious. Then when you now see somebody within our community or within our homes having the virus, we are aggrieved. Then prolonged physical distancing. Since March, we've been engaging in physical distance and associated social isolation. This will compound the impact on our collective psyche. As noted by the McKinsey Global Institute in Safeguarding Lives and Livelihood, daily reports of increasing infection and deaths across the world raise our anxiety. And in cases of personal loss, plug us into grief, more griefs. There is uncertainty about tomorrow. We are not sure what is likely to happen to us tomorrow. About our jobs, we are not sure. The health and safety of our families, we are not sure about it. Friends and loved ones, and about our ability to live lives the way we actually love it. Like we want to go out. This is Halloween period. People want to go out and then reach out to their loved ones. We are not sure because we have to engage in social distance, because we have to, it is when we are safe, that is when we can do any other thing. Because of all this, we are anxious, we are scared. You understand? There is extensive research has documented the association of recessions, mass layoffs from jobs, and prolonged periods of unemployment with an increase in income inequality and devastating impact on health and life expectancy in the US. As a result of all this, it is important for us to realize that feeling down at times, feeling sad is a normal part of life. Feeling sad and upsetting if events happen to everyone. It is normal. It happens to every one of us. But if you are feeling down or hopeless on a regular basis, every now and then you are down, you are hopeless, you don't know what is going on, you are just tired of everything around you, especially for the fact that for a long time we had to stay at home. The kids have to stay away from schools. It's not easy for some people to take care of their kids. Some people have 2, 3, 4 kids. It's not easy. You could be dealing with depression. Depression is considered a serious medical condition that can get worse without proper treatment. Now, let's go to what is depression. Depression can be defined as a mood disorder. It has to do with our mood that can affect a person's daily life. It can affect our day-to-day life, our day-to-day activities. It may be described as feelings of sadness, loss of anger. You are just angry for no reason. When the kids cry, you be like, shut up, excuse me, who is disturbing me? You just get angry for no reason. If your partner says something, you're on the edge. Let's start thinking of depression. And that is why we are discussing it. It is also fairly common. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention estimate that 8.1% of American adults ages 20 and over had depression in any given 2 weeks. You can imagine, for every 2 weeks. People experience depression in different ways. It may interfere with your daily work. When you are depressed, it might affect our day-to-day activities, our job, our role as human, as a family, as a community. So it is important we talk about it, resulting in loss of time and low productivity. If we are depressed, it affects, it wastes our time. It affects our productivity level. We are not as useful as we are supposed to be. We cannot do what we are expected at a given time. It can also influence relationships and some chronic health conditions. Some conditions can be associated with depression. That is, depression can worsen some conditions, such as arthritis, asthma, cardiovascular diseases. Cancer can be worsened by depression, because if you are depressed, you will find it difficult to seek medical help, medical intervention. You just keep to ourselves. You are moody. You don't want to seek help. You don't want to talk to nobody. Other conditions that can be affected or can be worsened by depression is diabetes, obesity. So it is important for us to know if we have this condition. What are the pointers that can help us to identify if we actually have depression? Depression is considered a serious medical condition that can get worse without proper treatment. Those who seek treatment often see improvements within a week. If you seek medical intervention for this, depression, you often see the difference. You often get better with medical intervention within a week. Symptoms of depression. Depression can be more than a constant state of sadness or feeling blue. Major depression can cause a variety of symptoms. Some affect your moods and others affect your bodies. Some symptoms may also be ongoing or come and go. It might just be constant. You might just constantly be having those symptoms. Some might just come and they go, back and forth. That's what I mean. The symptoms of depression can be experienced differently among different sex, among men, among the women, and even among the children. They can present different symptoms, with different symptoms. Man may experience symptoms related to their mood. Symptoms related to mood in male could be seen as anger. They are always on the edge, aggressiveness, irritability, anxiousness, restlessness. These are mood-related symptoms that we can see in male. It is important. The second one is emotional well-being, such as feeling empty, sad, hopelessness, can be seen in males that are depressed. Symptoms related to the behaviors that can be seen includes loss of interest in everything around them, not wanting to do anything, no longer finding pleasure in favorite things that you seek, you derive pleasure from. You no longer want to do those things. You don't find them interesting. You be like, well, you used to like this, I don't want it. They don't want it no more. Those are signs of depression in male. Feeling tired easily. Thought of suicide is one of the signs of depression. Drinking excessively, drinking alcohol is another sign. Using drugs, different kind of drugs, it could be as a result of depression. Engaging in high-risk activities are also one of the signs of depression, behavioral signs of depression. Another one is sexual interest. It could be as a result of, it could exhibit as reduced sexual desire, lack of sexual performance. Another one is a sleep pattern. In male, they experience insomnia, restlessness, sleeping excessively, not sleeping through the night. They don't sleep through the night, they are awake throughout the night. But during the day when they are supposed to be up, and that is why it affects our productivity. Because when we are supposed to be sleeping, we're awake, and then when you're supposed to be working, you are sleepy, tired. The symptoms that could be experienced in female or women may experience symptoms related to one, mood. They could be irritable. Basically, in women, we see irritability in them. Emotional well-being, such as feeling sad, empty, anxious, or hopelessness. Behavioral related symptoms include loss of interest in activities, withdrawing from sexual engagements, thought of suicide. Those are the signs of depression that could be seen in female. The cognitive activities such as thinking or talking more slowly, they are so slow because there is withdrawal from activities. They are not interested. Even when they want to talk, they just want to do the talking and they do it slowly. Sleeping patterns, patterns such as difficulty sleeping or sleeping too much can be exhibited as symptoms of depression in female. Physical well-being, such as decreased energy, greater fatigues, changes in appetite, weight changes. So weight changes could either be a weight gain or loss of weight. It depends. Different female exhibit those symptoms differently. You understand? Some people, when they are stressed, they tend to lose weight. Some people, when they are stressed, they tend to add weight, eat more, and then of course add weight. They feel aches. They just be like, I have aches. They keep complaining about body aches, different at different times of the day, and they keep taking medications and it keeps coming back. They also have constant headaches. There is increased cramps in female. They have menstrual cramps. Every cramps, they just complain about it. And those are majorly the symptoms that are exhibited as a sign of depression in female. While in children may experience symptoms related to their mood, such as irritability, anger. They're just angry at no just cause, angry at everything. They just have mood swings. Today they're happy, tomorrow they are very sad, and excessive crying. When you see children crying at every little opportunity, you want to check out for signs of depression. Now, I'm not saying every child that cries now is as a result of depression, but at least because of what we have around that is going on, you want to look at that, because children also exhibit signs and symptoms of depression, and they do have it, though they might not tell us, but as adults, it behoves on us to actually look out for such things. Then emotional well-being, such as feelings of incompetence, that is, I can't do anything right. Having the feeling that they can't do something right, they are not always good, is a sign of depression that could be seen in children, especially for the fact that they've been out of school, they've not been with their friends, they've not been having enough physical activities and then mental, activities, but they've been studying at home, but they are tired, they want to go out. And as a result of that, they exhibit all these symptoms as well. They may also have intense sadness behavior, such as getting in trouble at school. When they are in school and they have depression, they might be getting in and out. They might be getting into trouble or refusing to go to school. Some of them might even say they don't want to go to school because they are not interested in any activity. Avoiding friends or siblings in the house. They don't want to see their friends. They don't even want to play with their siblings because they are just tired. They don't want to do anything. Those are signs of depression. Thought of death or suicide, decline in school performances, changes in grades are all signs of cognitive ability symptoms of depression. Sleeping patterns, such as difficulty sleeping or sleeping too much. These are some symptoms that could be seen in children. Now, I haven't thought of the reason why I have to go through all this is because we are all home, we are all having some signs and symptoms of depression, and we have to be able to identify those symptoms so that we'll be able to seek, for medical intervention. We'll be able to seek for help. If you're having any issues, we should be able to, discuss issues. You don't stay in the corner of the house and keep it to yourself. The more we keep it to ourselves, the more things get worse. We have to be able to talk to one another. Yes. We have to be able to encourage each other. For the fact that we are having social distancing, for the fact that we are not having family and friends gathering together, that does not mean we should not engage with one another. Thank God for internet. Thank God for Zoom. We have our friends on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We can we can have a WhatsApp call, like yeah, I did something last week. I thought of so many people just kept coming to my mind because I was overwhelmed. And I was like, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm sure a lot of people out there are overwhelmed as well. So what I did was that I was like typing. I feel so, lazy about typing to everybody. I just took my WhatsApp phone and I click on my microphone and I just made a voice message. Hi everyone. I made some specific message. Hi, how are you doing? Oh, you've been on my mind lately. I've been so busy. I know you have been too. But I just said I should say hi to you. And I just said, you're always in my thoughts and prayers. Stay safe and stay blessed. And I sent it. And I discovered that I could send this message to about 50 people. And I did. I was just sending it. And the response was marvelous.
Wow.
People that have not seen in years, they were like, oh, hey, Jemilah, this is so nice of you. I was so tired. People started saying different things. And I felt
Yeah.
so good within myself. So we have to reach out to one another. We
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
talk to one another. We don't know what the next person is going through. Don't think whatever problems you find yourself is too much. Don't think so. It's not too much. It's
Yes.
not too much. We are all human and will not be given so much burden that we cannot carry. Whatever burden you find yourself in is something you can deal with. Find the strength in inner yourself and blow it out.
Yeah.
Don't let depression push you down. Pull it out. You can do it. Let's pull it out. Those things that we can do is exercise. We have to do at least 30 minutes of daily exercise is going to help us. At least you don't have to go out before you can exercise. We can have an indoor exercise in the house, and it's very, very effective. Everything is in YouTube. Just click indoor exercise on YouTube. You find it there. You can do it. You find it very interesting. And you
Yes.
find out you're gonna work your heart. You're gonna help the blood circulation in the whole system. You're going to exercise your brain, and it's going to affect your psyche, and it's going to help in relieving any signs of anxiety or depression. Another thing we can do is eating healthy. We have to eat healthy. Our fruits and vegetables is very, very important. Um, it helps in managing stress. It has antioxidants. It helps in managing stress. It protects us. You understand? And then drinking a lot of water. Water helps us. It is important. We have to drink a lot of water.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
very, very important. Then, if you notice you've done all that, but you still have then in case of financial crisis, if we have financial issues, we are not able to pay our rent, our bills, there are some help out there. There are some organizations you could reach out to. Different organizations are there. The resources is available on the website. Just click or talk to somebody. Somebody might know something you don't know, and they will give you a listening here, and they will give you an opportunity. Opportunity is there. You just have to ask. If we don't ask, we might not get it. You understand what I mean?
Yep.
So talk to somebody that knows something, and you will be linked towards getting a help. You understand? Don't overburden yourself. Something you cannot take care of, and you start brooding about it, you start thinking about it, it's going to end up killing you. Something you can't take care of, it means you can't take care of it. Transfer it. Give it back to the next person. The next person that you know is good to you, you can talk to. Give it to the person. Or better still, give it to God.
That's
Give
good.
it to God. We all believe in God. As a Christian, as a Muslim, even those people that are not Muslim or Christian, they still believe there is a higher being. You give it to God. You understand? Give it to God, and God will take care of everything for us.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And if you, after doing all that, you still find out that you have the signs and symptoms of depression, then you have to seek a medical intervention. It is very important. There is no controversy about it. There is
Mm-hmm.
nothing anybody, you have to seek medical intervention. You understand? Then we don't have to be scared of this virus. This
That's right.
virus, we are human and we are
Mm-hmm.
made to prevail over everything. The only
Mm-hmm.
reason why we have this virus is because we didn't prepare for it. It's because we are not doing what we should be doing. What are we expected to do? Let's use our face mask when we are going out. Let's carry our hand sanitizer. When you are going out, make sure you have your 6 feet, distance. And then when you get back home, the next thing you do, you go straight to the bathroom. Make sure you wash your hands for nothing less than 20 seconds under running water with soap. That is important. That cannot be confused with hand sanitizer.
Right.
They are two different things.
Yeah.
We have to make sure we do all that. And when we do all that, we take care of our hands. Let's leave everything to God. And then we eat healthy. When we eat healthy, even when people that have COVID-19, they get better. And
Mm-hmm.
when we are better, when we are okay, we can take care of the financial, economic falling. We can take care of that. We're going to rise as a human. By the time everything bounces back, we're going to get better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't worry yourself when you find yourself in a minority community. This is something you cannot change. This is something you cannot undo. You have been created as a black, as a brown, as a white, but you can improve the lifestyle. Don't relegate yourself.
Yeah.
Always aim high, try to achieve. These are things that will take you out of depression. Oh, my parents are poor. Fine, your parents are poor. You know, it's not because they are lazy alone. There are a lot of factors that affected them. But those factors, don't let it deter you from aiming high. The
Mm-hmm.
sky is not even the limit anymore. There are so many planets undiscovered in the sky. So we have to soar high. That is it. That is it. And I'm saying this because you lost a job, that is not the end of the life. Sometimes when you lose a job, is an avenue for you to get a better job.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why we say the sky is not even the limit. Now I don't know, maybe you want to have a kind of discussion. People
Yeah, I
can
do.
tell the
Yeah.
feelings. So
Yes, I would love to. Thank you so much, Doc. I mean, you have given us a wealth of information about how to deal with COVID, how to also, see those signs of mental health, and how to, strategize and use the things that we have around us to help us become whole, such as eating healthy. That is so, so very important. Just keeping away from those things that create mucus, in the body, because that's where disease starts, as we all
yeah,
know. That is where disease starts, when inflammation in the body. Drinking milk all the time and all those different things, brings inflammation to the body. So we want to keep away from those different things. Um, you know, try to eat organic, uh, or all natural foods in our bodies, because we know these GMOs are also creating. That was my question to you. Do you think that a lot of the foods now that are created, manufactured, mass manufactured, contributes to the cause of, or the symptoms of COVID-19? Do you think, because of the food that we're intaking, do you think that it intensifies or brings different degrees of the sickness? Because everybody is affected by COVID-19 differently. Do you think that the foods that we're eating, that we're consuming, these GMO foods and things, I try to stay away from them, and I don't like to give the kids that. So, do you think that that also can take hold or intensify those symptoms, or intensify the disease as a whole?
So, Miss Jocelyn, you are asking a question, and at the same time, you are you are responding to your question. So,
I need confirmation in.
yes, I won't outrightly say that food that contains GMOs are
Mhm.
um actually leading or causing the problem, because we already know the causes of the problem. But
Yeah.
of course, they can affect the quality of life that we live. It can
Mhm.
affect the immune system that we live. Immune system in every disease is very important, and that is the essence of eating right.
Yeah.
When we eat right, when we build a strong immune system, is like a soldier of the body.
Mhm.
When you have a strong soldier, when the enemies are coming, enemies are the bacteria, the virus,
Right.
the fungi. When they are coming, the immune system that is strong is able to combat them. You understand? And that is where it comes in. That is where we have to protect our system. We have to prevent the contaminants, the kind of water we drink, the kind of food we eat,
Mhm.
and then the kind of things we drink. You
Mhm.
understand? Right now, um, during COVID, we realized that a lot of things we are taking for granted, they're actually very, very important. I could remember vividly when when I was in Nigeria, there was Lassa fever, and there was SARS and some other things, and they were talking about some veggies that are actually very good immune system builder. One of them is yellow jute, we call it jute here,
Mhm.
which is like green leaf, is like sticky when you make it. It's actually very, very good. They have a lot of it in in the Arab world. Those are things we take for granted, like the lemon, the ginger, the garlic. Some we don't like the garlic because of the smell. We don't like because of the garlic, because the ginger, because of the sour taste. But these are very good antioxidants that helps kill free radicals in the system. They help build our immune system, and they help us combat diseases. You understand?
Mhm.
Those are things that we need to have in place in
Yep.
ourselves, so that even if any diseases is coming, sometimes some people have COVID-19 and they have a mild form of COVID-19, because they already have the soldiers in their body that is already killing those viruses. You understand?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Y- You there, Doc? Oh, you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm with you. So those, and that is the essence of eating healthy, drinking a lot of water. Then even if you have COVID-19, we've discovered that a lot of things are also good, like the ginger tea, the lemon ginger tea, and the honey is also very good, because it helps build the system. It kills virus. Virus in nature will complete its course. Either you use medication or not, it's going to complete its course. But
Mhm.
whatever thing you have in it is going to determine how much is going to destroy the immune system. And that is the essence of what we are talking about. Sometimes you can go back to our farming. If we have a small garden in our house that we can make some basic things, we can plant those basic things and make them. We are sure it's organic. It's going to be of great advantage to us. But
Yeah.
of course, not so many people have such opportunities. If you
Mhm.
don't have, make sure you eat healthy, take a lot of vegetables,
Mhm.
drink a lot of water,
Mhm.
take less milk,
Yes.
all those things is
Meat
gonna,
as well.
is
Meat
gonna,
as well.
is gonna, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We have a question on the floor, Dr. Jemilah, and I think this is a great question that's coming from Gloria. What are well? She asks, what are some vitamins should be taken during this time? And I also would like to add too. Does the body need more so of minerals than vitamins as well? Because I've read that our body needs more of minerals than vitamins. Is that true or not? I just want to add that to that question as well.
Yeah. So as a result of, I'm going to be linking your first question with this second question. As a
Mhm.
result of the fact that we have a lot of foods that contain the GMOs, the way they are being planted, the way they are being
Mhm.
produced.
Mhm.
As a result of the fact that we have a busy life, we are not even eating well the way we should eat. We are not even eating enough balanced diets. As a result of that, we might need multivitamins.
Mhm. Okay.
You understand? Because we are not having enough quantity of food, different aspects of food we should have it on a daily basis, and that is the only reason why we need these multivitamins.
Mhm. Mhm.
You understand what I mean? So if we are eating well, we are taking enough veggies, enough of all those things, and we sure of the I mean, right origin, right origin of what we are eating, we might not need the multivitamin. But
Mhm.
because we know that it's not possible, we
Mhm.
really need a multivitamin. As a
Mhm.
result of more minerals or more vitamins, I'm not sure. I don't want to say what I'm not sure about.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I think that's excellent. And I definitely you know, Gloria is also big in health, and we always talk about those superfoods, and also too, I've been a big fan of Dr. Sabi. I don't know if you know him, Dr. Jemilah,
Yes.
following Dr. Sabi.
Yes.
I definitely
Mm-hmm.
adapt to some of his lifestyle, and with the African bio minerals and so forth. And so, with COVID being in place, this is it's some dangerous times, because we're battling mental health, we're battling physical health, just like as you talked about the foods, that are being sold. It's almost like putting in the people's faces. So you have to know, read labels. We have to really, really be in touch with our food. Is that food feeling good to us when we eat it? How is that making us feel? We have to be more in tune with our bodies too, as well. And it's just hard times right now for a lot of people. But I think that what you said, everything that you said, that you covered, has been something awful, awesome. It has been something encouraging. We have been well informed about everything that you said at this point. And I just thank you so much for your insight. It's just been a wealth of knowledge. And does anybody have anything else they wanted to ask, Dr. Jamila? I'll tell you one thing, about me. I can just be very transparent with me. I've suffered with anxiety, and even though COVID has been going on, and so forth. We had that long break, when nobody was working. We wasn't working at CDI, we wasn't doing any schooling, and that although that was pre pandemic was really hard in the beginning, it really gave me a break. You know, I was
Yeah.
able I was able to commit to self self self
Actualization.
love, self activities, self care, and I got rest. Rest that, because I'm always up working. I'm always doing something, and during that time, it was a time of rest for me, and I could really navigate and get myself together. Although it was it's bad timing, but for me in my life, because everything slowed down, the pace slowed down, that helped me to kind of ground myself and become more centered, with myself, with my business, and really, really indulging in self care. So that for me, through the pandemic, has been something really major, and it's just so, it's almost like an oxymoron to think of it like that. But for me, it has. I don't know about anybody else. If any of you guys felt the same way.
Actually, Miss Jocelyn, that's one part I actually left out, and I was supposed to talk about it.
Mhm.
Um, Whatever situation we find ourselves, we should always try to make the best use of it,
Mhm.
instead of lamenting about it, instead of complaining and crying about it. Just make something useful about it.
Mhm.
Imagine
Mhm.
when we could not go to when we couldn't go out to school or go to work, we suddenly from nowhere we just remember Zoom, boom,
Right. Yep.
and you know what I mean.
And
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 Zoom
we
started
and
like that,
yes,
and
and
Zoom
see, and we
started working.
started yes, and we started pre-pandemic when in our class. So we were right on time with the Zoom because we had been already Zooming since January.
Yes, even in
That's
school,
right.
even all over, it now became something like with Zoom. Now, even we could see, even despite the fact that it's something that it's disheartening, but we could get a positive something out of it. We could
Mhm.
easily reach out to one another across the globe.
Mhm.
You
Yes.
understand? Like we are having this discussion right now, we can be watched all over the world, and that is one thing I think COVID has come to teach us, and also it has also come to teach us to be able to save for the raining days. You understand?
Mhm.
You know, always try as much as possible to bring out something positive from what is happening to you. You know,
Mhm.
don't always look at things in always in a one eye. I mean, in the negative aspect.
Mhm.
Always look at it from the positive aspect of it. You understand?
Mhm.
Now, because of COVID-19, we've a lot of things are being rejuvenized, revitalized for us. Things that our ancestors, our great grandfather used to take, they used to drink, like cough. Suddenly, I just remember that. Oh, my great grandmother, when we were young, she used to blend bitter cola. There's something called bitter cola,
Mhm.
um, bitter cola, ginger, lime and palm oil, and then she will mix everything together, and it's a good cough syrup. I
Wow.
remember one time when I went to work and I came back, they told me my son was coughing, and my grandmother made this. I said, no, 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 don't give my son. My mom said, oh, you better keep quiet. Your grandmother has been giving your son, and it's much, much more better now. Because of the orthodox medicine, which has
Yes.
its own side effect, we've forgotten those natural things that are actually very good.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
now, even back home in Nigeria, they've testified that it is very good, and it is helping people against COVID-19. So we
Wow.
are even all across here. Anybody that tells me they have symptoms, I say just go and do this. One of my friends, she told me the family has COVID. The little I said, do this, and she's a white woman, and she was really very grateful for the information. And that is something. I mean, COVID has come to kind of rejuvenate
Yeah.
back in our system. So we should stay beyond negativities in issues. We should also look at the positive aspect of it. We are always working, 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 working without vacation. This has given a lot of people opportunity to stay off
Yeah.
duties. I mean, excessive, because even the mind, the body, and the soul needs it. And that is something COVID has come to teach us. And we should
Mhm.
always see the best in things and move on. So
Yes.
now this is for anybody that is having, this depression, feeling of sadness. We can do it. Just wake up. Just psych yourself. Look at the way Jemilah is talking like she doesn't have any problem. I have my issues, but I move on. I smile. I make myself happy because it's something I cannot control. It's going to cause more damage to the system, and it's going to be more problem. So let's
Mhm.
move on. Let's rise up. Let's pull ourselves. Let's kick it. We can do it.
Oh man, that was awesome. Ah, so encouraging. Thank you. Thank you so much. I thoroughly enjoyed this session. Learned so much. So again, so much encouragement. And guys, this what was going on in our class when Miss Jemilah would come through. We just have a good time, laugh, and just her insight on so much, in our class, and her sharing her ideas has just been phenomenal. And I thank you so much for being in my course and and this connection that we have. I'm just so thankful for you. So thankful
I
for you.
thank you for being a good teacher. You're always a good teacher, ready to listen to everybody. God
Thank you.
bless you,
Thank you. Thank you.
and
Thank
thank
you.
you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. I definitely hope we, keep that connection. And is it anybody else have any questions or have any comments? You can definitely share and take yourself off mute if you have anything else you want to say. All right. Well, we're going to end this session. I hope you guys learned a lot. Take this to heart, everything that you learned, and know that you are loved, you are cared for, and that you are not in this alone. If there is, you have anything going on, of course, seek help. Talk to someone. Just know that you are not by yourself. And if you need anything, I'm here to. If you need a listening ear, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Because we all need somebody to be our
We do.
listening ear or a shoulder to
Mhm.
cry on, or just to lift up our spirit. So thank you so much, Dr. Jemilah. Thank you guys for another session.
Well, thank you. Mhm.
And I will see you guys back on at 3:15. Check out some of our resources. At 3:15, it's going to be my session called Boss Up, and I'm going to introduce some programs that will help you to be an entrepreneur. And also engage into some programs that will help you to be the captain of your own ship. So stay with me, and I will see you guys at 3:15. Bye.
Bye.